Okay, guys, let me talk about this trailer a little bit. So, obviously, got my repping my Star Wars shirt, and I really wanted to digest. So, I took like 24 hours really to kind of think over my thoughts for this trailer and the things that I love about it. I want to say this off the top. This is not a perfect trailer. It's not the greatest Star Wars trailer I've ever seen. I feel like this is a really good trailer, but I also feel like they kind of took a step back in terms of their marketing for this film because there was something that they could have done to have gotten us to talk even more. I mean, obviously this movie's selling a bunch of tickets. It's most my most anticipated film of the year by far. I'm a huge Star Wars fan, one of the biggest Star Wars nerds you'll ever meet. But even I saw that they could have done something really special, and it was kind of a missed opportunity. I feel like in order for them to really capitalize on this trailer and on the possibility of making this even bigger in scope, they should have showed the face of the Emperor. Now we get a side view of him on the chair, obviously confronting Rey. We have no idea what they're talking about. We have no context of that meeting. But if they would have shown him from the front, that would have gotten people talking very fast. Because here's the only thing. Maybe them not showing the Emperor is kind of misleading us into what we feel is going to be the Emperor's role in this movie. Is he truly going to be alive? I don't know if I can say for sure 100% that he's going to be. I hope so. I'm not saying that he's not going to be. If you ask me over under 75% the Emperor is alive in this movie, I would have given you the over, but over 90%, I don't know if I could give you that. So to me, I think that he still is alive, but I wish that they would have capitalized on using the Emperor, showing Ian McDiarmid's face. That would have gotten so much buzz. So there was a potential there. What we saw from this trailer, though, let me just talk. I should just talk about the things that we saw from this trailer because that's obvious. You know, the things that we saw from this trailer are the things that we only know of as of this minute. They didn't tell us anything about the story of this film. I also thought that was a little bit of a missed opportunity. However, it is Star Wars. It's already got my money. I already got my tickets. I'm excited. My wife and I are going. First showing, opening night. Cannot wait. So to me, this is a film that it has a lot of people buzzing. I mean, it's selling a lot of tickets. The things that worked really well in this trailer for me, that opening shot of Rey running through what looks like Endor, I am just like freaking out because the entire time that sequence is happening, I'm like, she's on Endor right now. Is that possible? Like, is she really in Endor? Or is this like some new type of jungle planet that we haven't explored yet throughout this entire galaxy? And that very well could be the case. It probably is the case. But me, knowing that how much I love the original trilogy and knowing what J.J. Abrams has said about that this is a film that culminates all of the original films before it, I think of Endor immediately when I see that, and it just absolutely makes me so excited. So I love that sequence. I love that they're showing Rey in action because it seems like all these trailers, the first thing that we see is Rey, and knowing that she is the center focus of this film. One of the most interesting shots in this trailer is a shot of Rey and Kylo teaming up, taking down something. We have no idea what that thing is. It looks like it's made out of stone, whatever it is. But that is an epic shot. My concern, however, is that even though the shot is epic, we have Rey and Kylo, our two main characters in this story, coming together, possibly working things out. My biggest concern is I don't feel like Kylo can be redeemed. How can you redeem someone who killed Han Solo? So to me, it's going to be very interesting to see what route they go. And if Kylo is truly going to be redeemed, I don't know if he is for sure. But I feel like they might be using a scapegoat by making him redeemable. And I feel like with his character and the things that he's done, I don't know if you can really make him redeemable and if it's going to work. Kylo Ren, I will say this, guys, for those of you watching who, don't follow me, Kylo Ren is my favorite character in this new Star Wars trilogy. So anything that they have, any marketing material they have with Kylo Ren, I'm going to eat it up. But I'm a little skeptical because even though I love Kylo, he can't be redeemed. He has to be stopped and he has to be defeated. And so if they're going to redeem him, I just kind of feel that might be a cop out. Now, the only way it's not a cop out is if they're showing that the Emperor is the imminent threat. Because, I mean, come on. If you have Kylo Ren and you have the Emperor, who is the bigger threat? Of course, it's the Emperor. I mean, there is no doubt in my mind that the Emperor is going to be a threat in this movie, but how big of that threat, we'll see. I mean, is he going to be coming back fighting the Resistance and the First Order? And so they have to kind of team up together. That would be the only logical explanation for the redeeming of Kylo Ren, because the Emperor is a pretty tough force to face, obviously. So what role is the Emperor going to play? Again, we don't really know yet. And so I like that there's a lot of mystery behind what could possibly happen, but to me it feels like they need to tell a little bit more about what should we expect for the story in this film. Where is Rey going? What is she trying to journey and search for? And how are all of these things going to kind of be interwoven for the finale, the conclusion of this epic saga? I also I'm wondering a lot about the C-3PO sequence in the trailer. I think that C-3PO is going to be gone. They might use his knowledge to probably try to figure out their next plan of attack, maybe try to look at all of his backup data and maybe look at some ways to defeat the Empire. I don't know. But C-3PO saying, "I want one last look at all my friends," that's a really touching moment. And the fact that they showed that in the trailer, that's a pretty big thing to show in the trailer. And because 3PO, he's a vital character to the original trilogy of films. This trilogy, he's kind of been off to the side. Him and R2 have just not gotten their justice at all. It's really been the BB-8 show. But maybe C-3PO and R2 are going to play a much more integral role in this film, and I hope that they do. And even though C-3PO is probably not one of my favorite characters, he's kind of always been annoying to me, I think if he does leave, it's going to be emotional, even though we know that is most likely the route that they're taking with that kind of send-off in the trailer. It's still going to be really emotional for, those of us who are, big Star Wars fans who grew up with the original trilogy of films. And it's kind of like it kind of draws into the fact that we have to accept that this saga that is so beloved, that we just absolutely adore, is done. And is this actually the finale as well? I don't know if I can really say it is. I think for now it is. I think we're going to have more stories with Rey, Finn, and Poe. Are they going to be outside of the saga? I don't know. Are they going to have 10, 11, and 12? Maybe, maybe not. So it's going to be kind of interesting that they showed us that moment in the trailer, because I felt like that would be something that would probably be best served inside of the film, not knowing, but it also kind of helps us kind of wrap a bow on this saga and kind of look forward to the next chapter after Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. There were some amazing shots as well. I think one thing that I really loved, and it kind of was a harken back to Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, which is my favorite prequel film, because the other two are terrible, and Part 3, Revenge of the Sith, to me is more of a comedy. But Episode 3 has that lava battle sequence between Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin Skywalker. And in this movie, it looks like they're kind of doing almost a very foreshadowing, or kind of not foreshadowing, I guess I should say, a shadowing or a harken back to that film. Instead of lava, though, we have what looks like remnants of the Death Star that's kind of like their walking platform that they're fighting on inside this ocean-like planet. And that just looks pretty freaking awesome. How is that fight going to be portrayed in water? I'm really looking forward to seeing how they're going to do that. I think when Kylo comes out of the mist, I think that is one of the coolest shots from the trailer. That's like a poster to me. Like, I just want to put it right here on my can't even move my hand, on my blank wall over here, not next to my picture. Yeah, not covering my picture, but like right here, just like that, like blown up in a image, and having that as a poster. I need to get an episode 9 poster so bad, guys. I'm gonna get one very soon. I'm gonna go to Walmart and buy one, and I just gotta get one. I gotta get some Star Wars posters because I don't really have a lot of Star Wars merch. But anyway, that's beside the point. We're talking about the trailer here. So I really like that shot. I think that all looks good. I'm really hoping we get an epic lightsaber battle, and because we didn't get a lightsaber battle in The Last Jedi, I feel like we're really owed something epic in terms of lightsaber battles. And I think there's going to be quite a few of them, not just one, not just two, maybe 3, 4, maybe even 5. So that is going to be pretty awesome to see. We don't know the role of Luke. We don't get to see him in the trailer, but we do get to see a lot of Leia in the trailer. And let me tell you one thing. When she was on screen, when she was in the trailer, it brought, it made me get a little teary-eyed. I miss Carrie Fisher. I think I grew up with her. She was kind of like my first celebrity crush in a way. I absolutely love her, and I want to see what Leia's role is going to be like in this film, knowing that these are old shots that they had, not put into episode 7. These are from episode 7 shots that J.J. Abrams did not put in the film. So I wonder how that's going to work for this movie. They got to figure out a way to kind of write it in so that way it feels natural. And it's kind of sad because I don't think that we're ever going to see a scene where her and Kylo reconnect. I don't know if we're going to see it. Maybe they shot something in episode 7, but I don't know if that's something that is in the cards. I would love that, but we'll have to wait and see. But at the end when she says always, I mean, that was a very touching moment as well, because, they definitely threw that in there to kind of nod at the audience or us that, Carrie Fisher is always going to be, in our memory. She's always going to be so vital to the Star Wars universe, no matter what direction they take it into. And also it kind of helps us because in a way it also shows, even though the saga's ending, like, this saga will always be with us no matter what. It's going to be something that we tell our kids, that we show our kids in the future. And yeah, so that was a really touching moment in the trailer. You got also Daisy Ridley's Rey, shedding the tear down her face when she's hugging Leia. So that's a really beautiful moment. We get a lot of awesome sequences or awesome shots of John Boyega's Finn. I really like Finn. I think he's a good character, not used in the best way in The Last Jedi, but I think that he's going to be a lot better received in this film because I feel like there's going to be more for him to do. And everything with him and Poe, I'm totally down for that. I love their little like bromance they have. We get to see Rose. This is the first time in marketing that we have seen Rose. And I'm wondering if maybe the reason why we haven't seen her before this is because maybe they didn't want to kind of have like a negative response to Rose. I know a lot of people didn't like her in The Last Jedi. I wasn't a big fan of the character. I really do like the actress a lot. And she was just playing the role of a lifetime. And people were ridiculing her and absolutely disgusting to her. And it was horrible. She did not deserve any of that treatment. She's a very good person. From interviews and stuff that I've seen, and from people who have met her, have talked very highly of her. And I really hope that they do more with Rose. I didn't like the direction that they took her character in episode 8, or the forced romance that they try to have between her and Finn. But honestly, I love that we get to see her in this trailer because it kind of gives us verification that, yes, she's going to be in this movie. Do I think she's going to be as important in the story as in episode 8? No, I don't. But we'll wait and see. There's some really cool stuff. I mean, whether we're talking about some Star Destroyers that kind of, it looks like they're kind of coming up. One shot kind of has a Star Destroyer coming up, looks like from the ground or something like that. That's a pretty awesome shot. We have a lot of X-Wings. We have Y-Wings. We have, the Resistance is at full force in this movie, it looks like. We have some really good, incredible shots of the Millennium Falcon. That's one thing that's been missing, I think, and very underutilized in this new trilogy. Episode 7 did a really good job of having the Millennium Falcon in it and kind of having that, or paying homage to the fact that, this was Han and Chewbacca's home. And so that was really nice. with this movie and with this trailer that we get to see, it looks like they're going to have a little bit more of the Millennium Falcon in it. We get to see Lando and Chewbacca once again in the Falcon. It looks like it might be the same shot from a different angle. It looks like from the side, and that's a really nice moment. Lando, I don't think is going to be very major in this movie. I think he's going to have like kind of a small, just minor scenes here and there sprinkled throughout the film. So that's all really cool. The epic shot for me, the best shot of the trailer. I know I've talked about how like there's a lot of great shots, but this is the best single shot in the entire trailer. And it's very simple. It's the throne, the Emperor's throne. That is the best single shot I have seen in this trailer and probably any of these 3 trailers that we've gotten from Disney. It doesn't make it the best trailer. I'm not saying that, but this is the shot to me. The entire, I guess, like nerd community or geek culture is like having a field day with that shot in particular, because it is a single-handed best shot of the entire trailer. And I can say that with confidence. There's not one single shot that really made my eyes pop out of my head than that one single shot. And I just cannot wait. I can't wait to see what type of role the Emperor is going to be in this film. I know he's in this movie, but I'm not going to lie. When he shows up in the film, I might wet myself a little bit. I'm not going to lie. Just kind of leaving it all out there. It's kind of like, for me, it's like Rogue One when Vader comes on at the end and just starts slaying fools. Oh, the Emperor, that's going to be him. If it's one shot of him literally sitting on the throne moving towards Rey, that's the only time we get to see him, I'll be happy. Just show me his face and I'll get wet. I'm not going to lie. I'm really looking forward to this film. I think, obviously it's been my most anticipated movie of the year, and that's never going to change. Star Wars, anything Star Wars related other than Solo, because no one asked for Solo. And it was a movie that I just wasn't really that excited about. Any movie that is related to Star Wars, any property related to Star Wars, show, obviously we have The Mandalorian coming out within a couple weeks, and then we have this. It's my most anticipated thing. It's the thing I'm most looking forward to, and it's the thing I want to talk about the most. Again, like I said, I could have gone on here last night, could have done a kind of breakdown of the trailer, but I really wanted to collect my thoughts and kind of just talk about the things I really liked about this trailer. I don't want to pick apart every single little detail of this trailer, because even though I've seen it 4, 5, 6, 7 times, it's something where I'd have to really kind of just like break it down part by part, bit by bit. And I'm just not that type of person. I don't really want to dissect too much of it, because I kind of want to go in not knowing a lot and not really theorizing as much, because I do have theories in terms of who Rey actually is, how the Emperor is kind of going to fit into this film. But in terms of like certain sequences of like this entire trailer, I don't want to break everything down, because I want to avoid myself from kind of making the mistake of expecting too much and expecting this to be at a heightened level that it just cannot succeed at. To me, is this movie going to be better than Empire Strikes Back, or do I expect it to be better than Empire Strikes Back? Absolutely not. Empire Strikes Back, to me, is the definition of a Star Wars film, and it's the greatest Star Wars movie ever made. It's my second favorite all time. It's my second favorite film of all time. And so to me, I'm really excited for this. I really like this trailer a lot. Again, it's not the best or the most perfect trailer in the world. I think that they could have capitalized on more things with this movie, maybe giving us a little bit more into the backstory, a little bit more into the narrative that we should expect going into this film. Also, they could have capitalized on using the Emperor, his face, just something, maybe his eyes, whatever, maybe just lightning out of his hands, something to kind of make it pop. Because I have seen trailer reactions where people, that scene where the Emperor is in his, in his kind of floating throne, it looks like going towards Rey, at least from the angle we're at, it looks like it's floating. Now, he could just be sitting at a, there could be stairs leading up to his throne, and, could just be heightened, like the height difference could make it look like from a perspective that he's floating, but that's actually not the case. From what I saw, though, it looks like he's kind of floating towards Rey. I've seen a lot of people in trailer reactions say, "What is that?" Like they have no idea what it is, and so it's definitely the Emperor. We definitely hear his voice. We know he's in this movie, and I wish that they would have capitalized a little bit more. I understand why maybe they would kind of steer away from that because they don't want the focus to necessarily just be on that and have people be let down if the Emperor is really not in this movie a lot. And I also could see it as they want to save that moment for the theater, but to me, it's like I would much rather have seen maybe a glimpse of like even just the eyes of the Emperor as opposed to kind of seeing and maybe even being spoiled and teased a little bit of C-3PO's imminent death. So I guess we'll just have to kind of wait and see why they wanted to play it that way. It's just, to me, it was a little bit of a missed opportunity, but phenomenal trailer nonetheless. I think this is a really good trailer. It gets people talking about it, gets people engaged. Obviously, people are buying tickets like crazy. Go and reserve your tickets. If you have not, you should probably reserve your tickets pretty soon because there might not be a lot of tickets left. I haven't got my tickets for Friday. I'm planning on seeing it probably 3 times opening weekend, probably Thursday, Friday, and then I'll probably go on Saturday, and then I'll probably see it a couple more times after that, that next week, and maybe even more times after that. That's just how I am. I watched Avengers Endgame 4 times in theaters. This is a movie I could definitely see myself watching like 7 times in theaters because Star Wars is my life. It's the thing that got me into movies. It's the thing that has gotten me to love film so much. It's why sci-fi is my favorite genre of film. And so, yeah, Star Wars means so much to me. I can't be on here and like express it in like by crying or anything like that because to me, I think that's a little too canny and just a little too not real. And I also have to understand that this isn't the greatest trailer in the world, and it's not. I feel like there have been trailers that are better than this, but because it's Star Wars, we're of course going to buy it. And us Star Wars fanboys, we're going to be there day one. Day one. I'm dragging my wife with me day one. Does she want to go probably to see this? She's not a huge Star Wars fan. Probably not, but she's going anyway, so I already got her ticket. And she can't complain. But yeah, guys, I'm really excited. Let me know like when you guys are planning on seeing this movie. Are you seeing it on the Thursday, which is the 19th, or are you going to see it on the 20th, which is on Friday? I'm seeing it on Thursday night at 6 p.m., I believe. And I got really good seats. And I'll probably see it again on Friday. I'll probably go on probably an earlier showing or maybe like even like late night showing, something like that, so that way I can actually go and see it again. So we'll see. Maybe I'll go see it twice on Friday. I have no idea. But I'm really looking forward to this. It is going to be an epic conclusion, we hope. And I think J.J. Abrams is going to do something really special with this. I definitely expect fan service because he gave us that in Force Awakens, which I like. The Force Awakens, it's a solid movie. We'll see. I'm sure that I'll be to the moon and back with this film when it first comes out, and then probably after a few more viewings I'll kind of have a more real sense of how I feel about it. But a lot of Star Wars content is coming, guys. I know that I have so many more reviews to do during my road to episode 9, and I don't think I'm going to have Clayton with me moving forward. We did shoot a review for Rogue One like 3-4 weeks ago. So that'll be up very soon. I've just been really busy with all this horror content. So I should have another review up hopefully tonight. And that is going to be Nightmare on Elm Street Part 5, The Dream Child. So that should be up within probably the next hour, maybe hour and a half. So really late night. If you have not checked out my last review, I actually just put it up. I did a review of Maleficent, Mistress of Evil. The new, obviously, the sequel to the original Maleficent film that came out in 2014. And so I went in depth about that movie, and you can go check it out on my channel. I just uploaded it today. And then I have a bunch of other stuff in the can. I have, I've already shot my 3 from Hell review. I still have yet to do my Firefly ranking trilogy from the Rob Zombie Firefly family movies, which I'll do that. I just recorded today Freddy's Dead Final Nightmare, which, oh my gosh, that movie's terrible. Spoiler alert, but it's no surprise. I mean, that movie's just absolutely awful. So I just did that. I also did the Shining review as well. That's coming very soon. I thought I had something else, didn't I? Maybe I didn't. I think that's it. Out of all the things that I'm missing, I think that's it. This weekend, I will be doing a review for Countdown. I'm hoping Lighthouse comes to my theater. It doesn't look like it's going to, but when that movie comes to my theater, I will definitely be doing a review of that. Jojo Rabbit, I'm going to have to wait until November 8th, but that is definitely going to be on the channel as well. I'm also thinking about maybe going back in time to other films that I have watched this year that I have not done reviews on, maybe doing like one video kind of covering a bunch of those reviews. I've kind of been asked about certain movies, so we'll see about that. Eli is another one, the Netflix movie that I hope to do. Haven't watched the movie yet, but I'm hoping to do that within like the next, I don't know, few days. So yeah, a lot of content coming. Star Wars content, of course. You know, I have Rogue One with Clayton, which will be up probably within. I'm hoping to get it up during the weekend. We'll see. I'm actually going to be kind of leaving my apartment this weekend with my wife, so we're going to kind of be visiting people, and so I don't know how much time I'm going to have to edit and upload and stuff, but I'm gonna bring my laptop and hopefully I can get some work done. And then also I should have my original trilogy and the new trilogy of films out very soon, probably November. That's what I'm going to be doing a lot of, is just a lot of Star Wars reviews, and it'll just be me. And I could talk about the greatest trilogy of all time, the original trilogy of Star Wars films. And The Mandalorian comes out November 12th. I will be doing live recap episodes every single week of The Mandalorian right after I watch the episode, which I think it's going to be on, I think at like, I don't know, some certain time, I think every week. I think it's like in the evening or something. So really looking forward to that, and I cannot wait for The Mandalorian. So a lot of great Star Wars content coming, guys. I've already made this live stream longer than I've wanted to, but thank you for indulging me and listening to my thoughts on this trailer. I want to know your guys' thoughts down below. Let me know, because I really like this trailer. It's not the best trailer, like I said, but it's still a really solid trailer. And especially this being the final trailer, it's good. It's solid. Anyway, guys, subscribe to my channel if you have not, because I'm posting a ton of content. I know I've kind of been dropping the ball lately, but I just started an internship, so I've been kind of busy doing that and also trying to find time to, you know, record my videos and edit them. And it's just a long process. I was also really busy over the past couple of weeks because it was MLB postseason, and I'm a huge Yankee fan. Obviously, the Yankees lost, and so now I'm free. Don't really want to talk about the Yankees because that I could make 50 videos. I could have a lifetime supply of content to talk about the Yankees, to be honest. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Goodbye.